Hey there, I'm Matt, co-founder at Helpt.
And I'm David, co-founder at Helpt.
And this is the Cool Kids Table.
This isn't your typical industry podcast. Each month, we sit down with MSPs, vendors, and channel pros to swap stories, share real insights, and have a little fun.
You'll get expert takes along with sports debates and some class clown moments. It's part grade school nostalgia and part real talk about what's going on in business.
No scripts, no sales pitches, just a real lunchroom conversation.
So grab your tray and let's hang out at the Cool Kids Table.
Welcome to episode 2 of the Cool Kids Table podcast. I am David and that is Matt. Oh man, I can't get these right no matter what I do. I am Matt and that is David.
Nailed it. Today we have Harrison Barron with us. He's the CEO of Growth Generators. I think he goes by Harry sometimes, Harrison other times. I don't even know what to call him anymore. I just call him a friend. Harrison, tell us about yourself.
What's up, man? You can call me Mr. Clean. Yeah, man, thanks for having me. So obviously, I'm in the MSP space here. We help MSPs grow. We provide educational training. We provide coaching, mentorship, tons of resources for them to grow their businesses and ultimately thrive in today's day and age. Nowadays, there's more opportunities than ever for business growth. And that's not just in the MSP space, it's all around. And those businesses that aren't in the MSP space need MSPs to keep them working and productive. I'm fortunate enough to be the guiding light for many MSPs while as they grow their business.
What was your clique in high school? Were you a jock? You were just, wearing the football jerseys on Friday.
Dude, I don't know where I fit in. I still try to figure out where I fit in, to be honest with you. I was the kid that was friends with everybody, but I didn't have like a clique. I was friends with the sports guys. I played sports in school and I played lacrosse. I wrestled. So it wasn't like I played wimpy sports like basketball or something like that. I am absolutely calling those people out, or baseball. So I was a computer nerd. I was at Boy Scouts at the time. I kind of sat with everybody and it was just nice. I always felt like welcomed in most places.
All right, Harrison, so what is in your lunchbox?
I was thinking about this. I probably put too many drinks in here. I don't want to be that guy, but I'm a big fan of Pop-Tarts. Brown sugar and strawberry are the best Pop-Tarts, but we have an Oreo Pop-Tart here. We do have Dunkaroos. Saddest part in my time was probably when Dunkaroos were MIA. And then we have a Snapple, a peach Snapple. I know the taste of this. I haven't had it in probably 5 years, and I could tell you what this tastes like that. It might be in my jeans at this point. So that is what is in my lunchbox.
Very nice. Matt, what's in your lunch bag?
Oh boy. Air.
Uh-oh.
Have to go grab some lunch after this. It's my novelty decorated lunchbox for my daughter. So I keep it near and dear to my heart to remind myself to pack her a nice lunch. Although she's on summer break now, so I don't have that.
Do you leave her a note?
She left me a note.
Aw.
I can't really read it.
Dad, you forgot my lunch today.
It says lunch bag, but I think it's spelled, I don't know, L-O-Z-N maybe? I don't know. We're still working on the spelling. I'm proud of her for how well she writes with that. David, what's in yours?
I brought an orange and an apple because my body requires something healthy after this weekend. Harrison, do you have any idea what we're doing today?
I mean, based on the fact that there's Jeopardy on the board, I have a feeling we're playing some Jeopardy, and I'm very excited for this.
Exactly. You nailed it.
I'm looking forward to it, brother.
Awesome. Here we go.
Let's do Overachiever for 300.
Right.
Your podcast is called The Brutally Honest Podcast. What's an MSP sales and marketing hot take that you'd like to be brutally honest about?
Ooh, this is great. That the bar is so incredibly low for sales and marketing in the MSP world that if it was a toothpick on the ground, you might not even realize it's there. I mean, if you put in just the most minute amount of effort, especially in marketing, but also in sales, you will have a massive advantage compared to every other MSP out there. And I don't think enough MSPs really realize how low the bar actually is when it comes to this.
Why is it so low? I mean, is it the nature of a tech industry? You don't get
I think it's introverts being afraid of making content and being judged by their peers. That's a hard one because generally most MSPs are started by techs that wanted to leave their current companies and they go start the business. So they're uncomfortable being out of their comfort zone. And that means they have to ask people, for their money. But it's an uncomfortable thing. But you also have to remember that you have to help people by selling them services. And then the marketing thing, I think there was a lot of very bad misinformation for the longest time. And they always say it takes 2 generations to make people forget things. And I think we're still in one generation. We probably have a second generation of MSP owners till hopefully my content, this content, and other people's good content gets out to actually create an MSP that will grow, right? But I genuinely believe that is why it's so incredibly low.
Wow. that was a heck of a one to start on.
I like this. Let's go to Overachiever 500.
If you could have a live office hours with all MSPs right now, what are 3 things you'd say?
This is great. Call your damn leads. I think MSPs are wildly allergic to the sale, once again, and not picking up the phone and doing the activities that they know they should be doing. But I think a lot of people are terrified to pick up the phone and get out of their comfort zone, right? Pick up the phone, call people, pick up the phone, email people, pick up the phone, create content, are probably the 3 things that I would say to those people to just start doing. And you're not going to be good at it today, but if you really want to grow a business, like I see people, it's impossible to hit 6 figures. This is not a shameless plug for my community, but I had a member of my community buy a plane in his first year of owning an MSP. Zero business ownership experience. Like, he was literally a tech. And it's funny because he's like, if people just listen to what you told them to do, they'd be all wildly successful. Put down the shiny objects. What's going to make you money and build your business is making the cold calls, making the marketing posts, going to networking events, rubbing shoulders with the right people, and asking for the sale.
But Harrison, I picked up the phone and I didn't get anybody on the other ends, or when I did, they got mad at me. So then I stopped picking up the phone.
I mean, you probably burned yourself cooking once and you still make food every day, right? I tell people you can be as successful as you want to be in this world. You just got to be willing to put the effort in. There's no reason you can't. All right, let's do Jock for 400 here.
There was a recent debate online. Who would win in a fight, 100 men or 1 gorilla? Let's be more specific. Who would win in a fight between 100 Eagle Scouts and 1 gorilla?
I actually would argue to say that 100 Eagle Scouts, because we are pretty creative. I spent many years in the woods. I try to spend as much time as I possibly can outside. I am the guy that walks around in shorts, flip-flops. I want to be wealthy without people knowing. I want to wear a polo, a button down, a t-shirt, shorts, and flip-flops for the rest of my days, right? I actually only dress up for like a conference or something like that I'm attending. Otherwise, if you saw me in the wild, you'd really have to do a double or triple take to realize that it was me. But I would argue to say that 100 Eagle Scouts versus 1 gorilla, we're going to mess up that gorilla.
Hopefully you come across a gorilla when you have 99 of your friends with you.
Let's do Class Clown 400. I feel like this is going to be like a headshot of one of my YouTube videos. Me, I am the meme. I literally just got made a meme. If you go to the MSP Heroes Discord, under memes, there's me. The thumbnail is like 6 things that you can do to grow your business, right? And it's me holding this, right, with my smiling bald head. And somebody goes, me showing my mom I can count to 6. I am now becoming the meme, but that is quite literally now one of my favorites. That, and my other favorite one is, because I do like to publicly bash Microsoft, because eventually they'll get it together. But every Microsoft product is pretty darn good, except for Teams. It was like a fork and knife and a spoon all laid out, right? There's like a fork that is completely bent sideways over the Microsoft Teams one, because without fail, I think Microsoft Teams is the worst product they've ever made. All right, let's do Overachiever for 400 here.
All right. What makes Growth Generators community different from other MSP peer groups?
I think, one, we're super welcoming. I don't tolerate any negativity. I mean, if you go on Reddit, some of it was nice and some of it was like quite literally just people being ruthlessly mean. I know that I wouldn't have any tolerance for that. I'll just eject somebody immediately. In the wise words of the Fast and the Furious, ejecto-cedo, cuz. Genuinely, I think people realize that, I'm getting goosebumps saying this, but like, I want people to succeed. I really do at the end of the day. And even if people don't pay me, right, and they consume all my content on YouTube for free, they go on our website and download all of our free resources that we spend hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours of making and updating, quite literally just make it as good as possible. And if they came up to me in 5 or 10 years and were like, dude, you helped me build a business and I haven't given you a thing, that would mean the world to me, truly. And then we have one of the only communities that provide daily live mentorship / coaching calls. I think our approach of just, hey, we're here to help you, truly, you don't have to pay an absurd amount of money to get a hold of us. That's what I would argue to say makes us truly different.
Yeah, if I answered that for you, I would say that's how well you straddle the idea of community and peer group. You do a great job of having community with that common goal where you're all working together to succeed, because there's room for everybody.
There's room for everybody. And I really just genuinely want more people to win.
This is the mystery lunchbox question. Tell us one thing that MSPs should stop pretending to care about.
Ooh, hot take. Their customers. Because I don't believe most MSPs care that much about their customers. Don't get me wrong, there's a tremendous amount of MSPs that do care about their customers. And there's a tremendous amount of MSPs that act like they care about their customers. But they don't take the time to fully go in and understand how that business operates, the process that they actually work through, right? I think a lot of MSPs, right? We talk about managed service providers, obviously that's the name of it, but I would argue to say it's a managed solutions provider. Our job, yes, is to keep that company going. But if you want to build a truly, truly incredible MSP that is bigger and better than anyone else's, that creates you the financial freedom that you want to have in your business, that allows you to say that we are the best at what we do, you take the time to fully understand how that company operates, the softwares that they're using, the workflows that they have, how things happen in that office. And we, as the technology experts, can go in and help educate them on faster ways to do it, or being proactive. Like, there's a better program that does something better that'll help you save operationally 10, 20, 30, 40 hours per month of man hours. That is not only going to do that, but it's going to give you the ability to pay your employees better, hire better people, expand your office to help more customers or patients or whoever they're helping, right? That, I truly believe, is the most important thing an MSP can do. But if you took the time to really learn all about that customer, how they work, what they do, you will be so much more successful in the competition, and they will go from a customer to a raving fan in no time.
I like that. So you're saying stop pretending to care and actually do care.
Actually do care. If I was giving advice to an MSP, I would say the ones that they use most without Instagram and X, right? Twitter, X is trash for building a business. I don't know anybody that's built a business on there. Same thing with Instagram. I would say if you're an MSP, what 2 social media platforms would you pick? I would actually probably, obviously, shamelessly plug my own Discord, but I think Reddit, there is a tremendous amount of value in the volume of feedback that you can get. You just have to sift through it. I would say one for an information platform, and then the other one for a marketing platform. And then I would let that person choose either LinkedIn, YouTube, or Facebook is probably my top 3, because LinkedIn, you can reach a lot of professional type people. Facebook, you can reach a lot of local people, as well as less traditional industries that you'd find on LinkedIn, like contractors or anything like that. And then if you're willing to make the content, I think YouTube is a gold mine. TikTok's good too, but I think it's not going to be as fruitful as most people want. I would even argue to say that it requires more effort than like YouTube, because I can make a video that'll last years and years and years, where TikTok, that video is going to last like maybe 2 months if you're lucky. And more so like 24 to 48 hours.
You have to have dance moves for TikTok. Like, I don't have the chops there.
Being coachable is really important in the fire department. I actually just got out of the fire department officially, and I would like to go back, but it's very different down here in North Carolina than it is on Long Island. I think being a fireman is probably, if you enjoy that kind of stress/adrenaline, it is the most fun that you can have legally.
If you can deal with the stress, if you can deal with the wacky hours, then
yeah, if that's the kind of thing that you like, it's the greatest.
My brother-in-law, he's a paramedic, fireman on the engine, whatever they call it. He was at a birthday party and they were swimming and a kid was drowning.
Yep.
And to literally pull the kid out, like he's in his trunks and his mullet and his mustache or whatever. Pulls the kid out and gives him rescue breaths. Like, saves the kid's life. Like, he was just off duty, just hanging out. And
I did that at like 13 years old, believe it or not, when I was in Boy Scouts. Yeah, literally, somebody was in the pool drowning, and I jumped in and grabbed them and pulled them out and made sure that they were breathing. Yeah, pretty nuts.
For you to have that on your resume, like, holy crap, that's amazing. You saved somebody's life.
You have that on your resume? Saved a kid's life?
I don't brag about. I've done some pretty cool stuff. I don't really brag about what I've done. I just, I think it's the most fun. It's the most fulfilling.
Matt, before we go, what are you wearing today?
I'm wearing my Helpt jersey.
I love it.
How about you, David?
Oh, I'm wearing my Helpt jersey.
I need a Helpt jersey.
Where can we find you?
The website, growth-generators.com, YouTube, Growth Generators. It's actually funny, you guys had the Brutally Honest podcast, so it's my old podcast. The new one is, I think it's MSP Heroes. But yeah, or search my name, Harrison Barron, you'll end up finding us. If you're looking for a community, obviously Matt and David and the Help team are a golden resource, but come hang out with us, growth-generators.com/Discord for the free Discord community. And truly, check out our stuff. If you find value in it, we'd love to chat.
Thank you for being with us. You've officially earned your seat at the Cool Kids table.
I appreciate it, gentlemen. Thank you so much for having me.